We got a month before Survivor Series, so you hope that Smackdown Live would actually build into Survivor Series much better than Raw will. And I'm being honest here. If I gotta care about Raw or Smackdown, I'm gonna care about Smackdown a little bit more, because the way Raw is, it drives me insane. They had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to properly book the Shield, to properly book the women, to properly book the wonderful Miz, and they have not done it. They have not done anything correctly, and they're making this so short and so quick in the hopes of getting shock that they're going to lose out. So when I look at Raw, I don't care that much at all. So now I go to SmackDown. I look at SmackDown and I say, okay, you got a month to build into the Survivor Series, so maybe we'll get something better. So let's go with Jinder Mahal. Now, I know so many people can't stand the man, and I want to say this again. The reason I care about Jinder Mahal is that for many years, he was in the mid-card, he was a jobber, and when you run out of main eventers, what are you supposed to do? What? What are you supposed to do? You have to turn your mid-carders, your jobbers, into main eventers by booking them properly, by letting them have prominent time to see if they get over by the crowd. And you make sure after you book them properly that you don't job them out so easily and so quickly that one, storylines suck, and two, the fans get bored with it very quickly. So I'm going to say this with Jinder Mahal. I am glad he has not jobbed and given up his title. And as much as people can't stand him, when the next guy comes in and he takes the title, it'll mean something. Because he is annoying to people. That's his job. He's doing an annoying job, which is the right way to work as a heel. He's doing everything he can to be a proper heel. Admittedly, I would like him to be a proper heel that can win without the Singh brothers by his side. Once in a while, I want to see him kick ass without the Singh brothers there. So, he gets in the ring and he announced he wants Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. You know that's not pretty. If he does win, and I want to say this very clearly, if Jinder Mahal does win, this shows the WWE is so desperate to do something with their talent. They're willing to throw a mid-carder, a jobber, a position of very high esteem to be over Brock Lesnar. And I know Brock isn't that great at that point because he should have lost to Braun Strowman. But still, he is high enough that he still has just enough credibility that if Jinder Mahal kicks his ass, and he'll probably have to cheat, I don't care, at least then you put someone over that can let someone else get over that is relevant. That's what I keep saying. You need to put people with relevance to make them special. So AJ Styles, after this little talk, comes out and says simply, dude, you said earlier that you beat everyone. You didn't beat me. And he pretty much says, I beat everyone that is relevant. Fight breaks out. And now next week we're going to have Jinder Mahal possibly facing AJ Styles. I'm alright with this under the premise that if Jinder Mahal is still going to go to Survivor Series, he has to have something to do. It's got to be done. And I don't mind this. This is fun. Now, the thing I enjoyed, I'm going to be honest here. I know I'm going to get flack for this because of my age, and I do collect movies and everything, but I'm going to be honest here. When the Fashion Popo did their Pulp Fiction skit with the Ascension, I'm going to be honest, I thought about Pulp Fiction, and to be honest, I don't remember if I'd seen the movie or not. I don't remember if I saw Pulp Fiction with Uma Thurman and John Travolta. I don't remember if I did. I think I did not see it. At the time in the 90s, going into the early 2000s, there was a lot of movies I missed due to the fact that when I was working like crazy and having a very bad relationship with my wife at the time. So there was a lot of things I missed. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of movies I did not see between 98 and 2002 that I never got a chance to see. Only a few of them I got the chance to see. So I may have to take a look at it. But I'm going to say this. Was the skit funny? Yes. It was. When you think about I really don't want to see the Ascension dealing with the fashion po-po. They're making me laugh. I want to see the Ascension do something else. But because they've never been booked properly, at least here they're getting something done. Are they funny? No. But the Fashion Police is funny. And even though these are... Look, put it like this. You got the comedians in the Fashion Popo, and you got the straight men in the Ascension asking to be friends. That's what we got. Now, since they were talking about the the Bludgeon Brothers, where did they come up with that name for Luke and Eric? Why? It makes me think of the Basham Brothers. I'm sorry, it does. And seeing them have sledgehammers, I'm not interested. Maybe when they get finally onto the roster and then they start showing themselves, maybe I will be interested. They still do that long pause I don't feel comfortable with. It still feels awkward. That's just me. Now, I got to get this over with the women. 6-woman tag. I didn't care. And that hurts me so badly because Tamina was there and Naomi was there. And you probably saw them both passing by my face or flashing in front of my face. As I said, Tamina, I'll say it again. Tamina and Naomi. I feel so bad. The WWE lost an opportunity to make a family member versus a family member. The Fatu versus the Snuka. Naomi Fatu, in other words, Trinity Fatu, against Tamina Snuka for the title. It would be completely different. It wouldn't be white women, and I'm not against white women or Spanish women, but you don't have that dynamic. You have a Samoan, a Samoan, Japanese, and I believe she's Fijian, and a Tamina, and a black American, and a Naomi. That would have been something different. And I would have liked to see the Usos involved. In the end, we got... I was not surprised seeing Charlotte win. Over Lana. I'm not surprised. At least they kept Carmella away from the match because they really fucked her over when it came to last week facing Becky and losing. So I'm glad that did happen. Which it should have happened even last week. She shouldn't even been in a match. But do I care about... Naomi was an afterthought. I saw on the floor, and then I saw... I'm getting angry here. Calm yourself, calm. You see Becky and Charlotte hugging each other, and basically Naomi just barely getting off the floor probably, and then giving him a hug, and then they go to black. We don't even see Naomi. Naomi is nothing but a freaking afterthought, and it's angering me. You had a woman who was unique in a Naomi. She was different. Not only was she black, but she had a gimmick that people liked. And she had ability in the ring that she improved dramatically. And now she's an afterthought. She's nothing. And it angers me. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it until she becomes champ again. Or when Tamina becomes champ. I'm not going to give up on Tamina, and I'm not giving up on Naomi. Now, I'm moving on to the Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode. I know a lot of people didn't like this match like they didn't like the match last time, which was Hell in a Cell. You're not supposed to like the match. It is a starter match. It is a starter feud for Bobby Roode. That's what this is all about. This isn't about if Dolph is getting back up in graces again. Dolph is dead. And I'm not saying that because I hate Dolph. Like the Sleg Daddy, he hates him, disgustingly hates him. And I don't blame him. But this is about Dolph being a starter feud guy. That's what he is. He did that for Shinsuke Nakamura. He did that for AJ Styles. Now he's doing it for Bobby Roode. That's his job. That's what he does. I'm not going to complain about it because that's what we have here. And eventually, AJ Styles. No, I'm not saying AJ Styles. You see, I don't really care about this. Now I'm putting AJ into it. You got Dolph eventually going to job enough to Bobby that he moves on. That's what's going to happen. End of story. End of discussion. That's it. You got Baron Corbin. I gotta put this in my face. You're seeing Baron Corbin in my face. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Oh my. I feel sorry for him. Oh, this laugh is not a laugh of hilariousness. It's a laugh of sorrow. You got Baron Corbin, who has potential to really help the company. He said something nobody likes, and he gets his shit house. Then he's given the IC title, which gives him a totally and completely irrelevant reign. And guess what? He goes up against Sin Cara, and Sin Cara beats his ass by count out. Oh my gosh. I don't know what else to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry. I'm moving on to the Usos and their segment. Renee Young. And then when Chad and Shelton Benjamin showed up. Once Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable showed up, it didn't look right to me. I can understand Shelton Benjamin with somebody else. But Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable just doesn't seem like a good combination. Not that they can't get the work done. I'm not saying that. It's just that if you want to see a real feud with two really dominant teams, if you can't use New Day, who I'll talk about again with Aiden English in a moment. But if you can't use New Day, why couldn't you call up the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellery as their manager, ordering them to destroy the Usos? The Usos at this time have no one to truly face. Not saying that New Day wasn't a good matches. They were beautiful matches. They're wonderful matches. I love a lot of those matches. But now you need to move on. You need a dominant team. And that's something that the WWE does not have. A true big man dominant team. You don't. If you put Kane with Braun Strowman, you got a combination that would be destroying the tag team division and Raw. And I actually would probably care. Here, there is nothing there. The Ascension is nothing. The Bludgeon Brothers are not going to be anything. They're still a joke because of how they were with the Wyatt family. So why not get the Authors of Pain here? Why not bring them in, destroy the Usos, and destroy the Asylum, and create nothing but the Authors of Pain. Their book of pain. Maybe that would be good. Kind of taking a little page from Mark Henry. He says, no, not the Book of Pain. The Wall of Pain. The Book of Pain for the Authors of Pain. You are on our pages. You are in our book. We are going to destroy you. That's what Paul Ellery says. I would love to see that. This is just me. Let's see. Aiden English had his segment with the New Day. I still love Aiden English as a singer. He may not be the greatest singer, but he does make it work. I am glad to see the poetry in motion is working. For at least me personally, I am glad to see there is some type of variation. I say this again, if anyone thinks that the Drifter, that Elias Sampson was the first one to do it on the main roster, It was Aiden English who did it first. There you go. Then you got Rusev coming out. Rusev's a joke. If he's still staying, why? He should leave. This was the most ridiculous storylines he was in that gave him absolutely nothing. I don't even think it helped Randy Orton at all. It just didn't. Now the final thing I'm going to talk about, if I forgot anything, I'm sorry. The ending and opening of the show. Daniel Bryan coming out, people happy to see him because this was in, excuse me, this was in Seattle. Cool. Then you got Sami Zayn coming out, pretty much bashing him. Now I got a little beef with Sami Zayn. I know a lot of people are going to say, dude, how can you have beef? This is what you've been asking for. I'll explain in a minute. His segment was good. Then you got Kevin Owens coming out, which made it better. And then you got the wonderful yes man saying, you know what? After what you just said, I can't fight you, but guess what? I'm going to solve this problem. You said I'm running off? No, I'm not. I'm going in the back to get someone to punch you in the face. So he gets Shinsuke Nakamura and he gets Randy Orton. I did say, didn't I say, I think a week or two ago, that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be working with Randy Orton, and then eventually they're going to turn on each other. One of them is going to turn on the other. Probably Shinsuke is going to get hit by Randy Orton eventually. Going to be working together for a little while, which I'm not surprised because it actually makes some sense to put Shinsuke with the most credible people and a credible person on Smackdown Live, which is Randy Orton. So you have the match. And here's my problem with Sami Zayn. If Sami Zayn has turned heel, which he has, why is he coming out pandering to the crowd? He acted no different than he did before he turned heel. And that's an issue with me. Look, Sami Zayn has now turned heel. There's nothing wrong with him being happy. But he could have played it in a way that made the crowd hate him. He did a good job in the beginning of the show pissing people off. But then when he came out in his entrance, he acted no different than he was before. And that was an issue with me. It's not his work in the ring. It was his freaking entrance that pissed me off. He has to be a heel. That means he's got to be condescending in some way. He's going to come out being happy. He's going to be happy. He's going to point at the people and laugh at them. Saying, I ain't for you no more. I ain't for you no more. That's the way he's supposed to be. He could still be happy for himself. Be happy with Kevin Owens, but not happy with them. That would make better sense. So the match itself. Okay. Until the end. Oh my gosh. Hug me, baby. No, hug me tight, baby. I'm going to use that title. You know why? Because Sami Zayn beats Randy Orton in the middle of the freaking ring. Yeah, he did nail him with the gonads. And then Haluma kicked him. But he still won clean in the middle of the freaking ring. Not Shinsuke Nakamura, who is the newcomer. It is Randall Keith Orton, who jobbed for his ass. Oh my gosh. I am surprised that the Viper would actually go there. Jobbing for Sami Zayn. Of course, you know he's going to get him back later. It's going to happen. But are you serious? Why would you do that? I would understand Kevin Owens getting over on Randy Orton. But Sami Zayn getting over on Randy Orton, particularly how he came in his opening of his intro, when it hit his theme music, he still acted like a face. Where he just did a heel promo segment at the beginning of the show, which made people hate him. I don't know how to make of this. It's not like he needs work. Everyone else is going to say, dude, it was perfect. No, it wasn't. He needs work. Maybe getting held tight more by Kevin Owens will help him to correct the problems he has. Even during the match, and I'm critiquing the match a little bit, he still acted like a face. He did. He needs a little work, understanding that he needs to work a little bit more of a heel type of match, and actually have a heel type of entrance a little bit. He may still be happy, but he needs to be more rude. He's got to balance it. And since this is the first match he's doing it on the show, you're supposed to let him slide. I'm not. I'm just going to be honest. Was this a good show? It was better than Raw because there was progression. Raw, there was no progression. It was just shock value 100%. That's all we got in Raw, shock. We didn't get progression. Here is a little better. It got some progression. I'm not saying it's great. The women are doing nothing. Nothing. Naomi's doing nothing. Tamina's doing nothing. And it's freaking pissing me off. But this is my point of view. You guys tell me below. Have a good day.